Hello, and welcome to Select 10. In this video, we will discuss some of the best shows that many of you are still unfamiliar with. These 10 are a few of the lesser known, but equally outstanding web series that you need to look into. From sci-fi, crime, thrillers, mystery, comedy, and horror, there is something for everyone, so be ready to hear about some of the best shows that you may have missed in the last 5 years. Now let's start the video. Number 10. The Devil's Hour. It is a mystery thriller series created by Tom Moran. The central mystery of the show is around the Devil's Hour, which is 3:33 a.m., during which the story's main character, a single mother, Lucy Chambers, awakens every night with terrible hallucinations and sleeplessness. As she struggles to support her own mother, a confused dementia sufferer, and her mentally ill son, Isaac, her life takes a turn for the worst when she starts having hallucinogenic recurring episodes during the Devil's Hour, which seem to point to a link between her and a series of unsolved killings that date back decades. The narrative advances as she gets entangled in a local murder inquiry, while detectives assist Lucy in finding the truth and the killer. The mystery is revealed in small fragments that are intriguingly pieced back throughout the final episodes in a satisfying manner. The cast of the show is excellent, and its distinct police procedural plot is intertwined with elements of time and family trauma. Overall, it is a mind-bending, psychological journey that leaves fans questioning their minds while they eagerly await the next season. The show has been renewed for a second and third seasons. Number 9. The Valhalla Murders. It is a police procedural drama created by Thordor Paulson. The story centers on Kata and Arnar, two police officers who are assigned to look into a string of horrific killings in Iceland's capital, Reykjavik. As their investigation goes on, Kata and Arnar discover evidence that takes them to an abandoned boys' home called Valhalla, where some awful things took place 35 years ago. Following startling revelations, the investigators are forced to navigate their way through a maze of treachery, betrayal, and personal grudges in order to apprehend the murderer before more people die. The show is a dramatic crime drama, with each episode introducing new surprises and secrets that heighten the mystery and suspense. The characters are well developed, with Kata and Arnar shown as imperfect but resolute detectives whose inner conflicts give their quest for justice a deeper meaning. The show's visuals are amazing. They convey the bleak grandeur of Iceland's mountains, while infusing each scene with a sense of anticipation and fear. It is a must-see for fans of both crime thrillers and Nordic noir. Number 8. Hijack. It is a thriller drama series created by George Kay and Jim Field-Smith. The show follows Sam, a business mediator who had no choice but to use his expertise amid an airplane takeover. Everything starts when Sam boards a flight from Dubai to London with the intention of making up with his former wife Marcia. However, when the plane is taken over midway through its 7-hour voyage, Nelson must communicate with authorities on the ground and attempt to negotiate an arrangement that will safeguard everybody on the aircraft. The flight duration was 7 hours, as was the episode count, which is 7, delivering a superb suspense-filled drama that plays in real time while Sam attempts to find a solution to avert a horrible tragedy. Although the concept is not especially new, the show's ability to maintain a fast pace allows it to keep viewers interested and in a state of constant fear. Even when some of the attackers' actions seem ridiculous, Nelson's calmness and determination allow you to believe in him throughout the duration of the journey. It might be a little too much for those who react strongly to issues related to aircraft mishaps, but it's very binge-worthy. Number 7. Castle Rock. It is a psychological horror thriller series created by Sam Shaw and Dustin Thomason. The show is based on Stephen King's books, and each season features a fresh plot with distinct people centered in the fictitious settlement of Castle Rock. The first season follows Henry Deaver, a lawyer who comes back to Castle Rock to investigate a young man known only as the Kid, which has been found in the cellar of Shawshank Prison. In the process of tracing the history of the Kid and the unusual happenings in Castle Rock, Henry discovers terrible truths hidden deep in the town's history, including the violent past of his own lineage. The second season focuses on a dispute between Castle Rock's two dominant households, the Merrills and the Somali immigrants who moved there. The show addresses issues of trauma, regret, and supernatural forces throughout both seasons, bringing fresh and distinctive ideas, while also borrowing from the deep mythos of Stephen King's world. The series boasts an impressive ensemble cast and expertly blends psychological horror, otherworldly mystery, and character-centered drama. It's a must-see for horror and mystery enthusiasts. Number 6. The Last Kingdom. It is a historical adventure drama developed for television by Stephen Butchard. The drama is set in the Viking Age and chronicles the adventures of Uhtred of Bebbanburg, a Saxon prince taken prisoner when the Vikings destroy his father's kingdom of Bebbanburg. After his father lost his life in combat, he was adopted by Vikings. But as he gets more mature, Uhtred gets torn between his goal of recovering his title as the legitimate heir to the throne of Bebbanburg and being faithful to the people of the Vikings who trained him. As the plot develops, Uhtred is forced to deal with political games, conflicts, and changing partnerships while facing a number of obstacles and enemies such as opposing warlords and greedy rulers. He is accompanied by a diverse group of characters such as Breda, Uhtred's close companion, who shares his Viking heritage, and King Alfred of Wessex, who aims to unify England under one king. Over the course of the 5 seasons of the show, Uhtred plays a major part in influencing England's past and future and gets more and more involved in the country's destiny. The show's strength resides in its huge combat sequences, nuanced characters, and convincing realism, which combine to tell an exciting story filled with political intrigue, warfare, and personal redemption. If you enjoyed Vikings, you really should watch this. Number 5. Mrs. Davis. It is a sci-fi comedy adventure series starring Betty Gilpin as Sister Simone, a nun known for her unwavering devotion to her beliefs and how she clashes with Mrs. Davis, an artificial intelligence that has taken over the world. As the AI's power becomes more and more dangerous, Simone is compelled to communicate with Mrs. Davis. In return, Mrs. Davis offers for Simone to find the Holy Grail and destroy it, and in return, she will wipe herself out. However, there is more to it that is gradually becomes clear as Simone teams up with her former partner, Preston Wiley, to set off on a global quest to locate the Holy Grail. Through its intriguing characters and provocative plot, the series highlights the complex clash between technology and faith, offering viewers an unusual combination of science fiction and social drama. The narrative weaves a thread of sarcastic humor throughout its twists, creating something strange and odd that draws audience into its engaging universe where belief and technology clash. Despite a few illogical parts at times, it is ultimately a different, charming, and humorous limited series that you should definitely check out. Number 4. School Spirits. It is a supernatural teen drama created by Megan Trinrad and Nate Trinrad. The story centers on Maddie, a teenage girl who observes her friends' attempts to unravel her death's mystery while she ends up locked up in the realm of the afterlife. She soon meets additional classmates when she accepts an invitation from a teenage guy who passed away in the 1990s to become part of the Split River High Afterlife Assistance Club. Compared to her other school spirits, Maddie cannot remember how she passed away, but as the school year progresses, Maddie launches her own murder inquiry and gets closer to solving the mystery surrounding her untimely tragedy. Despite certain predictability, the show's distinctive take on the genre is a major reason for its success. The notion of an afterlife heightens the tension as Maddie observes her peers carelessly moving on from her loss. Even though there are a few predictable turns, the character's emotional experience more than makes up for it. It captures these kinds of sentimental themes without coming across as forced or naive, drawing you in with its big mystery and holding your attention with the depth of its emotions. Number 3. Tulsa King. It's a crime drama series featuring Sylvester Stallone as Dwight the General Manfredi, an ex-leader of the New York underworld who is serving a 25-year prison sentence and chooses to stick to the rule of silence by refraining from exposing pals and anticipating getting a hefty reward upon his release from prison. Regretfully, upon his release, Manfredi boss exiled him to Tulsa in order to establish a new operation. Understanding that his gangster family may not be looking out for his best interests, Dwight gradually assembles a new team to assist him in establishing a new mafia kingdom, while at the same time, both neighborhood and federal agents begin to cause problems for Dwight and his growing business. Although Stallone does a fantastic job portraying an elderly ex-con mobster, the script in the series occasionally stumbles. But the show's strong supporting cast adds to the character's interest and keeps your attention. Although it doesn't particularly stand out among the many criminal dramas available, it is incredibly entertaining and features excellent performers, an entertaining story, a catchy soundtrack, and superb direction. Also, it has been renewed for a second season. Number 2. From. It is an sci-fi horror series created by John Griffin. This is one of the best shows in recent years, and you should see it if you haven't already. The series chronicles unlucky people who find themselves stranded in a town from which they are unable to escape. To survive, they must follow town rules and avoid coming out at night. The odd thing is that the people living here didn't come here on purpose. They were all traveling separately and from various parts of the nation when they all of a sudden found themselves stuck on an unending loop of highway that keeps turning around and finishing in the exact same place. Furthermore, each evening after the end of daylight, deadly monsters arrive in town to hunt the people. The show's central focus is on town sheriff, Boyd, who struggles to keep the peace among the town's residents while also looking for a way home. The first 2 seasons provide more knowledge into the town's past and its residents, solving earlier mysteries while also introducing brand new ones that keep viewers wondering. Although the cast is brilliant, there are too many characters, and it gets difficult to care about any one person's fate. Overall, it's a refreshing, high-concept show with numerous terrifying horror themes that is well worth seeing. Also, the show has been renewed for a 3rd season. Number 1. Shrinking. It is a comedy drama series created by Bill Lawrence, Jason Segel, and Brett Goldstein. The narrative centers on Jimmy, a struggling therapist who struggles to manage the numerous issues of his clients while also coping with the unexpected death of his wife and dealing with grief to the point where he neglects his daughter Alice, who is also mourning. However, after he makes the decision to start being more frank and truthful with clients in his therapy practice and starts telling them precisely what he believes, he ignores his education and morals, which have unanticipated ramifications in Jimmy's life and the lives of others around him. Through the humorous eyes of the main characters, the show offers its own perspective on serious subjects, including mental health care, loss, and terminal diseases. The show challenges viewers to consider the significance of therapy and how a single individual's behavior might reopen previously closed traumas. Alongside Jimmy, the show also delves into the perspectives of his fellow therapist colleagues, including elder therapist Dr. Paul Rhodes. Their banter with Jimmy adds to the entertainment value of the show. If you're tired of watching over-the-top or mind-bending shows, this feel-good show is just what you need to decompress. Also, the show is returning for a 2nd season. That's it for today. Thank you for watching this video. And do subscribe our channel to see more videos related to movies and series suggestions.